Hi lovelies, you're welcome to my channel. This is still the Christmas season. How did you enjoy your Christmas? How did you celebrate your Christmas? As for me, I was home indoors. I hosted a few friends. I did a lot of cooking and it was mostly indoors. I really enjoyed myself. I was with my family throughout and planned to go out, but I decided why not just stay with your family and friends. And I think I had a lot of fun yesterday. So how did you celebrate your own Christmas? I hope you had fun. I hope you enjoyed yourself. Anyway, if you're joining for the first time, this is Idyllic ID. Thank you very much for stopping by. So here we discuss lifestyle, socio-political issues, societal issues, trending topics, health and relationship issues. So if you have not subscribed, please use just 1 second and tap on that subscribe button just below the video. So for today, I want to discuss reasons why men cheat. While at work, I had this discussion with my colleagues. I have a lot of male colleagues, and the discussion just came up, and they tried to give me their experiences and the reason why they cheat, on their wives. So it's not as if they don't love their women. I noticed that a lot of those I had this this conversation with loves their wife so much, but why did they cheat? So the first person I had a discussion with said that it was because his wife was not available, and I think the wife was pregnant or something like that. So, and he had friends that were cheating, so they kind of influenced him, and then he joined and cheated. So this is not the first time I'm making this video. This is actually the second video I'm making on this topic, and that is because I came across this just when I wanted to post the other video. I came across this blog where men were sharing their experiences in cheating and why they cheated, and these are from different men, random people. So I decided, let me just share what these people talked about, their own experiences. This is people's experiences, so let me just share it with you guys so that you can know the reason why men cheat. So today I'll be sharing 9 stories from men on why they cheated on their spouses. Okay, the first story is from a 43-year-old man. I'll not be mentioning their names. So this one said, "My wife pushed me away and that motivated me to get a girlfriend. My wife and I never lived together until we got married, and I wish I did. Aside from the fact that she's a professional snorer, my wife's fat can also bring down an entire building. She farts so much that I had to stop buying certain food in the house. Anytime I ask her to sit so we talk about how she will quit farting uncontrollably, she will turn it into a joke and even force out another fart. I stopped finding her actions funny. I didn't sign up for this kind of for better for worse. I am not attracted to my wife anymore. I am in a serious relationship with a Hausa lady who I would like to marry soon." So this guy's reason for cheating is because the wife snores and the wife farts. I'm sorry for laughing, but this is actually very funny. So a lot of people don't find farting, amusing. Some people don't find it funny. I don't like it. Like, why do you just come and start polluting the air where someone is just trying to chill and relax? So, but there are a lot of people, especially those that grew up in large families, that don't see anything wrong in it. So I think the wife is such a person. She doesn't see anything wrong because obviously when the husband complains, when the husband tells her he doesn't like it, she turns the whole thing into a joke. I have friends that are like that. They just turn the whole thing into a joke, and say, what is your own? And they'll just give you another one. So yeah, for me, I don't think it's funny. If your husband tells you he doesn't like a particular thing, I think it's best to stop it. And secondly, he talked about snoring. I don't know how if it's possible for people to stop snoring. I think being overweight can cause it, or being so tired. But I just wish this lady, try to listen to the husband. I'm not saying this is a good reason to justify him cheating on the wife, but this is peculiar to this particular person. So let's go on to the next person. This one is from a 40-year-old man, and I said I don't want to mention their names. This one said, "I met Omolara on Twitter during the lockdown. We began planning to travel to the Maldives. after the lockdown. Little did I know that my wife knew about our plan and was getting herself ready to travel to the Maldives too. 2 days 2 days of our vacation, I showed my wife a false email that says that I'll be traveling to Abuja for 2 weeks. On the D-Day, I finally got to meet Omolara and we boarded without knowing that my wife was also on the flight with us. Long story short, my wife announced on the flight that she wanted to surprise me. I almost peed on my body. This one is so funny. Last, I had to join my wife in her hotel with Omolara. Okay, while Omolara used the one we booked before. I was with my wife throughout the trip and Omolara stopped talking to me after then. My wife's smartness is depriving me of tasting another pee. I hope you know what pee means, and it's tiring. This particular guy is not even serious at all. Like the story is funny. So what he's trying to say is that he planned to go on vacation with his side chick, and the wife knew about it. So that's why it's good to have your money. Because if the wife was broke, she would not be able to pull this kind of stunt. So 2 weeks, or 2 days to the day he was meant to travel with his side chick, he told his wife he would be traveling to Abuja, only for him to enter into the plane and he saw his wife there. So his wife just scattered all his plans. Smart woman, I like that. Anyway, let's go to the next person. This from a 42-year-old man. This one says, I married my wife 6 years ago. She was very pretty until she gave birth to our twin, 2 boys. I am not attracted to her despite how hard I try to be. I still care about her and the boys so much, but there is something about her body that I don't find attractive anymore. Since we hardly have sex these days, I'm now seeing a 23-year-old lady in Kwasu. It has been amazing, but I hope my wife forgives me if she finds out. This one is just so sad because obviously the wife's body, went through a lot of stress due to the birth of their twins, and the best way to show appreciation to your wife is by cheating on her, because you no longer love the body. You've forgotten that that body gave you the children with so much adore, as you just stated in your writing. This is so sad. Like, why do men do this? This is so unfair. It's wrong. I feel so sad, to read this. And he's even saying he knows what he's doing is not fair. He hopes his wife doesn't find out, and he's still doing it. So this is just so unfair. Yes, I know that, pregnancy and childbirth takes a toll on women. But if she's probably adding so much weight, because I've heard a lot of men complaining about this, there are better ways, to go about it. I've talked about one of this in my previous video. I'm going to share the link in the description box, so you can go there and check how to get your partner to lose weight without sounding offensive. There are better ways to handle this. It's not, you don't just have to detest the woman that brought in your children, because her body changed. The reason why her body changed. So why will you do this? Anyway, let's move on to the next story. This one is from a 39-year-old man. Says, I didn't know some Olosho also look for serious relationship that can lead to marriage until I met Angie in Lagos. Olosho means like a prostitute. I and my friend, who disguised as a bachelor, rented a very big and conducive apartment in Lekki to execute our prostitute operations. That is how I jammed Angie for club one Friday night and took her to the Lekki apartment. On Saturday morning, I woke up to my breakfast. She had already cleaned everywhere as well. I knew it was time to set the record straight with Angie when Angie began to beg me to marry her. I told her I'm a married man, and she said it doesn't matter, that I should leave my wife for her. That was when I realized that I had carried a Delilah, because I wouldn't trade my wife for anything. She left Lekki after 2 weeks of doing housewife duties. Even though I wasn't there throughout, I told her to never come back. Anyway, this one did not state any reason why he cheated, but obviously he's really into it to a point that they rented an apartment just to bring in women. And obviously he doesn't tell his women that he's married, so he just brings them in, so that he can sleep with them and all that. So it's obvious that this guy still loves his wife, because here he said, I wouldn't trade my wife for anything. So you wouldn't trade your wife. Why are you doing this? Anyway, he didn't give any reason. Let's go to the next story. This is from a 41-year-old man. Okay, so let's read. After 10 years of marriage, I found out that my first 2 children are not mine. My wife's sister later revealed that the children are from my wife's ex-boyfriend. The DNA test only showed that my last born is mine. I was depressed and couldn't tell anyone what happened to me, including that snake that calls herself my wife. My story changed to a positive one after I met my university ex-girlfriend. We dated for 7 months while I was still married. I have now filed for divorce and I'm ready to take my relationship with my ex to another level. This one is very sad. I watched one of these court programs, I can't remember the name, about paternity issues, and I saw the way a man felt like 2 of his children were not his. He actually went to court because of one, you know, and then the court found out that that child was not his. And I decided to do the DNA test of the second child and also found out that the child is not his. So they say a woman knows the right father to her child. But it's very sad, like, why do women do this? Like, why do you hand over the child of another person to another person? What is the reason when the father is still alive? So I feel what this man is doing is not really bad. Marriage of 10 years, the betrayal is too much. This marriage has lost its sweetness. This marriage has lost everything that makes it a marriage, because it is very heartbreaking for a man to find out that 2 children that he has invested his emotions, his money, his time, everything, you know, only to find out that those children are not his. So I can't really blame this man. I don't know, I just hope everything works out well for him. So on to the next. So this is from a 48-year-old man. This one says, I cheated on my wife in 2019 and that was my biggest mistake ever. I've always hated and preached against cheating, but not until I met Onyi. I needed a secretary and a friend introduced her to me and she started work. I noticed her mode of dressing changed to a more revealing one. I steadily warned her and she stopped. 3 months later, I started having deep feelings for Onyi, that I would go to her desk to sit and talk to her. I don't understand how I went from being the street boss to a mumu in love so fast. Mumu means like a stupid person. We started having sex in the office constantly and other workers suspected us. The whole issue turned to yam pepper scatter. The day my wife showed up at the office and caught us, she filed for divorce a week after. I regret it because I miss my happy family. Why are you trading your happy family for a few minutes of enjoyment, you know? I think this is obvious that a co-worker sabotaged this man, you know. Probably the wife is close to somebody or told somebody to check what is happening, so I don't know. But you can see that he regrets. These things don't end well. If you want to cheat, if you want to have other partners, like tell your wife about it, and you know, if you can arrange for a good marriage. I don't know, but what is the essence of cheating? You know, now you're missing your family. I don't feel bad for you. I don't feel sorry for you at all. Let's go to the next story. This is from a 36-year-old man. This one says, I work at the same organization as my wife in Texas. I've been working there for the past 3 years, but my wife, who just got there 6 months ago, got promoted twice, right before my eyes. I tried so hard to hide it, but I finally told her about how her position makes me feel like I'm not doing well enough as a man. She changed it for me, and that caused serious fight between us. I started seeing other girls because it now feels like I'm married to my boss. I have dated more than 4 girls this year. Clap for yourself, 4 girls in a year. I don't even know what to say. How can you be jealous of your wife? Like, I would think that a man should be proud of, you know, the strides the wife is taking. I would think that the man should be proud of his wife, you know, for progressing in life. I don't understand this man. Why is he angry? Why is he feeling jealous? Anyway, that is his own. Let's go to the next story. This one is from a 39-year-old man. I met a couple called Leila on one of my business trips. to Akure. I fell in love with her instantly and I was ready to marry her. She is calm, respectful and very beautiful. I furnished her apartment in Akure to make the place conducive for both of us. My trip to Akure became frequent. I told my wife it was business. 7 months into the relationship, I told Leila that I have a wife and children. I further told her about my intention to secretly marry and send her abroad after service. Long story short, Leila ended the relationship despite anything I promised her. I left Akure after all my effort to make the relationship work. When I got home, I hugged my wife and started crying on her shoulder because of the breakfast I just got served. She started crying with me without even knowing the reason why. This man is wicked, sha. He is crying on his wife's shoulder because his girlfriend refused to marry him. Anyway, God bless Leila. Like, why would you want to marry someone secretly and hide her somewhere because you're already married? I really like this copper girl. I hope she's doing well wherever she is. And as for this woman, and as for this man, now for you, like now wow, like you went to cry on your woman's shoulder because your girlfriend is leaving you. Oh, and the poor woman did not even know. The poor lady was just like, oh, my husband is all emotional. Probably she was even thinking maybe the husband missed her too much. Oh god, this one is funny. Oh. Okay, to our final story. This is from a 35-year-old man. I love my wife dearly and I respect her, but I just can't resist dating other girls. I got married 8 years ago and the urge to cheat on her came over me 2 years into the marriage. As of now, I've dated about 14 girls despite being married. One of the ladies I dated was also a married woman. 3 months into the relationship, the husband found out about us through her phone and lured me to a hotel by pretending to be his wife. I was taken to an unknown location and beaten mercilessly by 4 soldiers. His wife apologized for not being careful enough. I forgave her and we are still together. Really? Oh god. Wow. This one is just so funny. That beating did not enter very well because had it been they beat you enough, you will not go back to dating somebody's wife. Like, men are not they fear. And after they are giving him that serious beating, he still had the mind to go back. Hey God. And the woman to get married. What is really happening in that marriage? Anyway, so these are just random people, 9 different people that stated their reason why they cheated. I'm going to also do reasons why women cheat. So I hope you have subscribed right now. If you have not, just take this time to click on that subscribe button right below this video so that you can be part of our fun channel. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you really enjoyed this video and all the funny stories I was able to share with you. I'll see you next time. Bye.